There's a kind of love that feels warm, until it starts to suffocate. It begins with soft concern. Let me help you. I know what's best. But slowly, what once sounded like care starts to feel like control. And the most dangerous chains are the ones disguised as affection. You begin to notice the pattern. You share your dreams, they redirect them. You set a boundary, they worry, it's not healthy. You make a choice, and somehow, they're disappointed in you, again. But not with anger, with guilt. That quiet weapon. A sigh, a look, you've changed. And so you shrink. Not because they said, shrink, but because they made you believe it's selfish to grow. They praise you for being easy. But really, they mean compliant. They say, I'm just looking out for you. But really, they're pulling strings. This is not love. This is training you to forget your voice. This is a trap disguised as tenderness. The Stoics would never call that love. Epictetus said, freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. And make no mistake, you are not here to be managed. You are here to live. To breathe. To grow. So when affection starts to cost you your autonomy, the Stoic answer is not to fight. It's to detach. Quietly. Completely. Without needing to explain. Because real love isn't ownership. It's oxygen. And anything less than that must go. Beware of the smile that cuts. The laugh that lands like a slap. The joke that isn't a joke, but a blade. Some people won't insult you directly. They'll do it with a chuckle. At first, you brush it off. Maybe I'm too sensitive. But the pattern is clear. They mock your values. They imitate your voice. They point out your flaws, then hide behind a grin. Relax, I'm just messing with you. But here's the truth, people who respect you don't need to humiliate you to connect. They don't test your tolerance just to feel powerful. These jokes are dominance games, calculated little stabs wrapped in false charm. And each time you let it slide, you teach them, my dignity is negotiable. But the Stoic knows, silence is not weakness, and retreat is not surrender. Marcus Aurelius said, the best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. So we do not match their mockery. We do not stay to be the punchline in someone else's insecurity show. We leave the room. We stop laughing. We stop showing up for the performance. And in that quiet refusal, they lose their audience. And with it, their power. They say they care. But only when it's easy. They show up, but only when it benefits them. One week, they're your biggest supporter. The next, they vanish like mist. You reach out in pain, silence. They need something, suddenly, they remember your name. This isn't connection. It's emotional gambling. You start adjusting your rhythm to match their storm, bending to their moods, waiting for the version of them that might be kind. But chaos is not love. Inconsistency is not passion. It's poison dressed as spontaneity. Seneca warned, it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. And nothing wastes life faster than waiting on someone who only values you when it's convenient. A Stoic mind seeks peace. Not perfection. Not constant attention. Just peace. So we stop explaining ourselves to those who disappear without explanation. We stop begging for time from those who waste ours. We stop accepting half-effort as love. And in doing so, we make space, not just for others, but for our own soul to breathe again. Not all who suffer want to heal. Some wear their pain like a badge, not of survival, but of entitlement. You try to help. You offer solutions. You give time, energy, care. And yet, nothing changes. Because they don't want to rise, they want to be carried. They don't want advice, they want an audience. One that applauds their misfortune and stays chained to their endless story of being wronged. These are not conversations. They are performances. And your compassion becomes the fuel for their stagnation. But Stoicism teaches a hard truth, you cannot save someone who refuses to move. As Epictetus said, don't explain your philosophy. Embody it. And embodiment means this, we help, yes. We love, deeply. But we never bleed ourselves dry for someone who won't stop cutting. You are not a fixer. You are not a savior. You are a human being with limits. And honoring those limits is not selfishness. It's wisdom. So we step back. We release the guilt. We let them walk their path, even if it loops in circles. Because sometimes the most powerful support is removing ourselves from the stage. Some of the most dangerous people don't raise their voice da. They smile da. They praise you da. They say they only want what's best for you. But their compliments come with chains da. Their kindness has strings da. And behind every sweet word is control. They don't demand obedience da. They guilt you into it da. They don't forbid your freedom da. They make you question if you deserve it. Your silence becomes cold. Your clarity becomes arrogant. Your independence becomes selfish. But don't be fooled da. They are not hurt by your distance, they are threatened by your strength. Because your calm reminds them of the chaos they carry da. And instead of healing, they want to pull you back into the storm. But as Marcus Aurelius said, if you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment. So we revoke it. We take back our peace da. We refuse to be emotionally blackmailed. The Stoic doesn't scream da. He doesn't fight for approval da. He simply walks away with quiet resolve and unshakable dignity. We do not hate them da. We just honor our soul more. Because when someone forces you to choose between your self-respect and their comfort, choose yourself. Every time.